There's a ton of theories out there in regards to aliens and humans and what our potential relationship with them would be. For example, some people believe that aliens think we're evil. We're a cancer to Earth. We've polluted Earth. We start wars. And people believe that they're watching over us in disgust. And one day they're going to come down and terminate all of us. Others believe that they're more friendly in the sense that they created the pyramids, they erected Stonehenge, and they're just watching over us in some sort of science experiment. But the most widely accepted theory of all is that they're currently traveling from a far, far away galaxy, and when they get here, they're going to suck us, they're going to fuck us, and they're going to probe our buttholes. And that's what I want to talk about today. I've been seeing a huge rise in human-alien romance on the internet, mainly YouTube AI slop channels that use sexy aliens as clickbait, as well as book talk. I'm seeing a lot of alien romance book talk stuff. But most importantly, towards the end of this video, I want to go over people who claimed to have knocked boots with aliens and survived to tell the tale. But what is this thing that attracts us to the idea of mating with aliens? Well, it's called exophilia, to be exact, and it's the sexual desire for alien or non-human life forms, according to this article. This can apply to otherworldly entities, energies, or beings. We see this as a fetish mainly because such objects do not usually have sexual connotations. Although the cause or trigger for this fetish is hard to pinpoint, myths from other cultures do speak of spirit or alien couplings with humans that appear to us as sexual in nature. A lot of experts seem to be blaming childhood trauma to be the reason for being sexually attracted to aliens, but I would blame it on the Star Wars prequels. Something really interesting about exophilia is that some people may get turned on simply by the thought of other intelligent beings existing in a galaxy far, far away. Also, they might get turned on by the endless possibilities of space, the weightlessness of no gravity, and the alluring cold. And if that's the case, you can't take these people anywhere because you put them in a cold plunge, they get a boner for some reason. You put them in an anti-gravity carnival ride, boner. You put them in laser tag, they see a couple alien decals on the wall, and they're losing their shit. Ruby adds that exophiles can be attracted to anything that is not human. This could be aliens, robots, the supernatural, or even spirits or gods. Wow, this is even worse than I thought. Now you can't take them to church, and you can't even take them to Kira Sushi because they're going to be humping the robot that carts over your drinks. Some may not want to have sex with aliens at all, but rather be whisked away to explore the galaxy. For the latter, it's more about the emotional connection. So this could just be the next step in evolution in the sense that we were so enthralled by the idea of exploring the world that we discovered damn near every piece of land on this earth. And this yearning for some alien pussy might just be our DNA telling us to get out there and explore the galaxy so we can continue our human species. Because I guess when you think about it, the only way to be crazy enough to want to just get into a spaceship and then blast off into another galaxy to never see your family or friends again, you would have to be enticed with some pretty hot aliens. So maybe don't look at this exophilia thing as an affliction as much as it is a superpower. But it ends with saying most exophiles will understand that it is impossible for their fetish to come to life, so they make it real in other ways, bringing us to one of those ways which actually exists on this very platform. And that is the beautiful world of AI slop romance alien channels. And as you can see by these thumbnails, the guy knows what he's doing. And the theme of these channels seems to be giant alien women, usually 6 feet tall or so, and they just kind of have a blue or purple tint to them. This video caught my eye probably the most out of all of them because just the title is ridiculous. After my father passed away, my alien stepmother's behavior towards me changed. I don't know why. And the video is just this one picture for 45 minutes, doesn't change, and just subtitles get thrown on it, and you have some AI voice talking.
Are pressed against him, her breath uneven, her fingers gripping his shirt as if she was afraid to let go.
Okay, so it's like that the entire time. What's interesting is the people who make these videos, they don't even watch it before they post it because the AI spells the alien's name wrong every single time. It'll say Sierra, Ziara. See here it says Zeara is the alien's name, and then you go somewhere else. Here it's Ziara. Here's Zaara. I mean, I could do this all day. It's just never the same. And you could argue that maybe this alien language, they spell their name different every time, but I don't think so. I think this guy is just uploading a video every single day. He's gone into ChatGPT saying, hey, give me a script for some alien smut, and then just finding a JPEG and then uploading all that. He's clickbaiting, man, which I would be okay with. I'm all for the hustle, except for the fact that I watched all 46 minutes and 49 seconds, and they never fucked. So what are you doing this for? This is just a giant 46 minutes, 49 seconds. All they kiss a few times. That's all they did. I think the best part about this video, though, is the comment section. Specifically, the people who are defending stepmom, stepson, alien human relationships. As if like this is some sort of debate going on in society. Nobody's really thinking about this, but people feel the need to defend it. Like this guy saying nothing wrong with consenting adults, whatever their relationship being intimate. Another person really getting technical here saying, I mean, legally speaking, if bio parent dies and they remarried, that means step parent is no longer parent to child, hence till death to us part. So step parent is just another person at this point. This dude definitely fucks his stepmom. Like nobody just comments this on an alien sci-fi video. Like this dude's like, he's trying to legally defend some fictional character. I think he's projecting. But being a curious person and being somebody who wants to ride for Exophiles, I really want to understand it. I was a little disappointed that it was clickbait and all they did was kiss. So I did a little more research and I clicked on this video right here because this, come on. My neighbor is in mating season. I didn't expect these consequences. Something's going to happen in this video. And despite this being a completely different channel, it's the same formula that's being used because they're pumping out daily content. So they just throw up a picture of a girl, they turn her blue, and then they get some AI story written, and then some AI voice narrates it. And after another 38 minutes and 59 seconds of watching AI alien smut, to my surprise, a beautiful relationship between a 50-year-old man named John and this alien whose name is Tony, but the AI pronounces it Tani. Maybe that's some sort of alien pronunciation. A beautiful relationship bloomed between the two of them, resulting in a pregnancy. The only bad news is that it was immaculate conception. No sex happened. So I think I'm seeing the formula here. They want to bring people in with these looking characters and these looking titles here, but they don't want to violate YouTube's terms of service, so they're keeping it PG. Or at least that's what I thought, because after seeing this title and thumbnail right here, she expected human to eat her, but not like that. And then having this thumbnail right here, I had to give it a try. Surely my journey to find real alien smut amongst these AI smut channels on YouTube, surely this video right here would deliver. I mean, what else could this possibly mean? Well, the story is about Ken, a researcher, and he crash lands on an alien planet, and then he meets Rita, an alien warrior who you see pictured here. And Rita is afraid that Ken is going to eat her. So Ken and Rita, they work together. They find parts to rebuild his ship so that he can leave. And then nothing happens. They just kiss a few times again. I'm just noticing now the hand on his leg right here. It's the wrong hand. Unless for some reason his left hand is on his right leg. That's just classic AI right there. But these AI smut alien channels, they're towards a male audience, let's be real. And guys are pretty simple. You show them a picture, a thumbnail like this, I feel like they're happy. You know, they don't need some sort of extremely well-written story with all these insane details to get them going. Hence this video having 207,000 views despite being an hour and 11 minutes, by the way. I watched the whole thing, sadly. And really nothing happens. But everybody in the comment section, they seem to love it for some reason. Unless these guys are deleting the negative comments. But women are different. Women are a different beast because they have been spoiled by years and years of fantasy writing, of romance, of smut, of Wattpad, for heaven's sake. A website that exists for the sole reason of itching this itch that women have, a lot of them. Okay, so you can expect that the books coming out that are based around alien romance are probably pretty intense. And that guess is correct because I came across a book called Ice Planet Barbarians. It's a series of science fantasy romance erotica novels by Ruby Dixon. And the series began with the novel Ice Planet Barbarians, which Dixon originally self-published in 2015. The Ice Planet Barbarians series contains 22 books in the same setting, concluding with Barbarian's Bride in 2021. Dixon's novels gained a large following on BookTok, which is where I discovered this, and topped multiple Amazon bestsellers lists in May of 2021. And in June of 2021, CNN reported that bookstores had made special orders to stock the series due to its viral popularity. And the story, it's about a group of women, including a main character named Georgie, and they're kidnapped by aliens. They're stranded on a harsh, icy planet, and they must survive with the help of course, and potentially mating with large, blue, horned alien inhabitants. And for a better summary, I'll just read the back of the book before we get into some reviews, because my God, are these reviews something. The back of the book says, fall in love with this out-of-this-world romance between Georgie Caruthers, a human woman, and Vectel, a alien from another planet, in this expanded edition with bonus materials and exclusive epilogue in print only. It goes on to say, you'd think being abducted by aliens would be the worst thing that could happen to me, and you'd be wrong, because now the aliens are having ship trouble, and they've left their cargo of human women, including me, on an ice planet. We're not equipped for life in this desolate winter wasteland. Since I'm the unofficial leader, I head out into the snow to look for help. I find help all right. A big blue horned alien introduces himself in a rather startling way. Vectel says that I'm his mate, his chosen female, and that my presence is the reason his chest is purring. He'll help me and my people survive, but this poses a new problem. If Vectel helps us survive, I'm not sure he's going to want to let me go. So basically, he's providing protection in exchange for some favors from the human women. And if you're looking for a place to get in on the psychology of exophiles, Goodreads is the place to do it. For example, this review right here. 7-foot-tall blue aliens, massive schlong with ridges, a tongue with ridges as well, horns you can grab onto while you're being eaten out or having your tit sucked, gropable ass. What else could you ask for? Man, screw employee background checks. If you're trying to find out if the person you hired is a psycho, just look at their Goodreads. It's a lot more telling. Sorry, I can't review right now. I'm manifesting an alien invasion. Damn, what I wouldn't give to bang a sweet, adorable, caring, 7-foot-tall, huge alien and his alien dick right now. I don't know what that fencing emoji is for, but I also don't want to know. Ridge was used so often, I'm not sure I know what it is. Also, I think that this book would send a Victorian boy into a coma. Just these comments are about to send a 21st century man into a fucking coma, so. I want to cry. First of all, I'd like to thank Steph. Wonderful, beautiful Steph for this book. Sobbing. I can't put into words how in love I am with the 7-foot-tall alien with ridges on his dick and him being a possessive fucker. Grr, woof, woof, grr, bark, woof, bark. Holy shit, I'm totally hooked. I'm not getting anything done at work. What do you do for work that you're just reading alien smut the entire time? You better be a lifeguard. And even then, you better be looking up every once in a while. Make sure there's no grandmas drowning during Adult Swim. But enough of the fantasies. Let's talk about the real stuff. Let's talk about people who claim that alien smut, it's real. Don't file it under the sci-fi category. File it under nonfiction. One of these people is named Simon Parks. In 2013, a city councillor for the seaside town of Stokesby in the UK claimed that he had a sexual relationship with an entity he called the Cat Queen. UK people are pretty quick to make fun of US politics, but then they're electing dudes who claim to be in sexual relationships with alien cat queens. But I digress. Simon even fathered a daughter named Zarka with his alien mistress, and he believes that his first ever extraterrestrial encounter was in the womb. He also remembered another in his crib at about 6 months old when he was reached out by two green stick things like bean poles. He recalls thinking, "They're not Mummy's hands. Mummy's hands are pink, and Mummy has thumbs. These are green and pointed, and there's 4 of them." The being apparently overheard and replied telepathically through young Park's optic nerve, saying, "I am your real mother. I am your more important mother." His first sexual experience was with a green creature about 210 centimeters or 7 feet tall, wearing a purple robe. This was the Cat Queen, whom he describes as having a cat-like face, large eyes, small nostrils, and a thin mouth. He admits that his continual sexual relationship with the Cat Queen has put a strain on his marriage. I wonder which part, the adultery or the fact that you're a fucking lunatic. It's put a strain on his marriage because he has sex with this extraterrestrial paramour around 4 times a year. All right, honey, off to my quarterly sex rendezvous with a cat alien. Take care of the kids for me while I'm gone. His wife is not impressed, but she doesn't see it as cheating because it is not on a human level. The wife is just as crazy for putting up with this. As he recounted in a YouTube video, the reason why extraterrestrials are interested in me is not because of my physical body, but what's inside my soul. On the other hand, he takes pains to assure his constituent that his work life is unaffected. So the UK, you're in good hands. His alien orgies are not affecting your city's legislature. I get more common sense out of these aliens than out of Scarborough Town Hall. The aliens are far more aware of stuff. People in the town hall seem to not be aware of the needs of Whitby. Yeah, the people of Scarborough Town Hall, they just don't have glowing tits or 12-inch scaly dicks. They don't understand. They don't get it. They don't get what the people want. But Simon's not the only one, because we also have Stephanie Faye Cohen, who is a psychic, actually, and she claims to have had repeated consensual sexual relations with a group of extraterrestrials that she refers to as Team Spirit. She believes that she has entered their UFO in a spirit form while her physical body is asleep. Cohen claims to have had sex with physical orgasms from coupling with a number of different aliens on planets and other celestial bodies throughout our solar system. Never ask a woman her body count, but if you do, make sure she includes aliens and other celestial bodies because they count too. According to Cohen, these aliens originate from different planets in the Canis Major system and have a number of different forms, including some that resemble classic greys of UFO folklore, others resemble reptiles and cats, and all of the Canis Major aliens indulge in sex, particularly cat people. So the story's kind of lining up with Simon's story. Maybe he is indeed having sex with a cat woman, and maybe he's a great politician as well. But Stephanie, on the other hand, she is an intergalactic whore, okay? That's way too many species to be having sex with. Among these include Ian, an octopus man, and he is one of her closest companions. In an interview on ITV1's This Morning, Cohen said, "He stays quite close to me, like a spirit boyfriend. Well, not a boyfriend, a good spirit friend. He happens to be from the octopus race." I pray for whoever is dating this lady, because I would much rather see a jacked, tattooed dude with a Rolex on her Snap story than an octopus. Anything but an octopus. The tentacles, the suction cups, you just can't compete with it. Paranormal psychologist Chris French, another guest on the show, claimed that her experiences were most likely a form of persistent genital arousal disorder, which is rare. So she basically has a disease where she's just always horny, to the point of it being like problematic. When asked if she was just dreaming, Cohen claimed that dreams were just the aliens' way of communicating with those who weren't ready for face-to-face contact. So in other words, yes, she was dreaming. But the most well-believed story out of all of these alien encounters is the one of Meng Xiaoguo. Meng Xiaoguo, a logger in China's Heilongjiang province, was hard at work at the Red Flag logging camp in 1994 when he spied a mysterious metallic shimmering on a nearby mountainside. Suspecting it was a downed helicopter, Meng set out to investigate, hoping to collect scrap metal. A downed helicopter, his first instinct is not to look for survivors, but it's to collect scrap metal. Hey, he's a businessman, okay? This is why China's economy is so good. But when he came near the wreckage, something hit him in the head. He blacked out. It was a giant alien cock. No, I'm just kidding. When he regained consciousness, he was initially confused and unable to communicate. He had also developed an irrational fear of iron. Later at home, when he was in bed, Meng awoke to find himself levitating. That sounds terrifying. An alien woman appeared, and she was 3 meters, 10 feet tall, with 12 fingers and braided leg hair. She straddled him, and they had sex for 40 minutes while floating in the air. It would have only lasted 2 minutes, but every time he was about to come, he caught a glimpse of her braided leg hair. It was an experience which left Meng with a jagged scar 5 centimeters or 2 inches long. And about a month later, Meng woke up and he found himself levitating again. This time, I'm like, oh shit, I hope she fucking shaved her legs this time. This time, floating through his ceiling into a waiting spaceship hovering overhead. In an interview with the Huffington Post, he said he spoke to the aliens within. They said in Chinese, but with a heavy accent, so it was hard for me to understand at first, that they were refugees like me, and they wanted to escape their former lives, so they left their dying home. So the aliens went to China because their planet was dying, I guess, is what he's saying. He asked to see the woman with whom he'd had sex with, but he was told it was impossible. And this is just a classic early dating issue because he was looking for a long-term thing and she was looking for a one light year stand. However, the aliens told him in 60 years on a distant planet that the son of a Chinese peasant will be born, and they told him that he would see his child one day, but they didn't give him any details. Meng gained notoriety as the first Chinese person to ever have sex with an alien, and although his account has garnered a mixed reaction from the general public, a university professor offered him a job maintaining a boiler in Harbin, and his story is frequently brought up whenever a UFO is spotted in Heilongjiang. He somehow landed a job at a university because of this. I'm just curious how that job interview went. Hey, I applied for the maintenance job. Do you have any experience in maintenance or knowledge of boilers? I fucked an alien once, and I lasted 40 minutes. You're hired. So all in all, I gotta say, learning about X-Files, it made me realize that this is a pretty big niche. Yeah, you got the clickbaiting AI channels trying to profit off of it on YouTube, but you also got books with cult-like followings like Ice Planet Barbarians. And then you got people in positions of power in the UK who claim to be having sex with the Cat Queen and their wife is okay with it. So I truly know nothing about this. The more I read about this, the less I realize I know about this. And I'm not going to kink shame if you're into aliens, okay? It's not my place. To each his own. Well, that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and maybe I'll see you next time.